Hi friends, my name is Larissa and welcome to my YouTube. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you on another adventure, the last part of my Southeast Asia adventures where I went to Koh Phangan, Thailand for 1 week. It's a small Thai island and I enjoyed a lovely time just enjoying the relaxing vibes, some delicious fruit. There was lots of healthy food options that I'll show you along the way. And before we get into the video, I just want to remind you all that I do have an amazing weekend retreat coming up this year in September in beautiful Malibu, California. And it's just going to be an amazing, luxurious experience. So if you are interested in that type of a thing, then let me know in the comments down below and I will send you over some information. You can also always DM me over on Instagram as well. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So my Southeast Asia trip ended with a quick visit to Koh Phangan, Thailand. I enjoyed some delicious red dragon fruit during my travels, and I had a little layover at this airport where there was lots of little robots, and I just hung out for a few hours and hopped on my second plane ride where I landed in Surat Thani, Thailand on the mainland, where I had to stay for 1 night, so I got a pretty inexpensive hotel room for the night. This is where I stayed in the city. Here I am the next day with my travel gear. I prefer 2 backpacks most of the time over a roller bag. It's just easier to get around that way. And I woke up early at the crack of dawn to head over to the bus stop that would take me to my ferry that would take me over to Koh Phangan, the small Thai island off of the coast. And this was my little journey walking over to the bus stop. I definitely made sure to book a hotel that was within walking distance. So I got there at sunrise and waited for my bus. And then we headed over to the ferry port, and I really enjoyed checking out the views along the way because whenever I go to a different country, it's like being in an entirely new world. And even though I had just spent months in Bali, it just felt so different being here, and I just love to observe the world around me as I travel, and I hope you guys enjoy seeing what I have to share. Check out the beautiful views as I was arriving to the ferry port. And here I am on the little boat. It was about a 2-hour boat ride over to Koh Phangan. Thailand is famous for their beautiful islands. So beautiful here. And here I am arriving to my Airbnb for the week. It was a very nice, clean little spot, surrounded by jungle plants and really close to the beach. Let me take you on a little tour. The Airbnb host was so sweet to leave me a little gift of fruits, which was perfect. Some mangosteen and a mango. And check out this little balcony. And I was a very short walk right over to a really great fruit stand. The beach is right over that way, but first let me show you just how close this fruit stand is to where I was staying. If you didn't know, this is called mangosteen, and you can crack it open with your hands if you push in, if it's ripe, and just kind of open it. And there's these nice white segments that have a really nice floral sweet taste. And then I also enjoyed this beautiful mango that the Airbnb host had gifted me with. So delicious. I definitely enjoyed lots of delicious mangoes and dragon fruits while I was here, but to be honest, the fruit was nothing compared to what I experienced in Bali. I think a lot of it is imported here because it's such a small island, whereas Bali is able to grow a lot of its own local produce. But either way, I still enjoyed the delicious tropical fruits that I had available. And let me take you around town and show you what I explored by foot on my first day here. I decided to just walk around and see if it was walkable before I decided to rent a scooter the next day, but these were the interesting sights I saw, and the vibe was quite similar to Bali in many ways, with really nice clothing stores, health food stores, cute boutiques, somewhat Americanized and touristy, but the streets were a lot more quiet, a lot less traffic, and a lot less pollution, which was nice. The air was definitely much fresher, easier to breathe, and the vibe was a bit more chill and laid back here. I found my way to this awesome food court that had a big shopping area and then lots of different food options with a ton of vegan options. This was a fully vegan place, but there were also lots of other places that had a lot of vegan options, from smoothies, juices to salads, and it was just really cool to see so many healthy plant-based options and to start to get a feel for the culture here. Here is the smoothie bowl I ordered. It was quite delicious. A funny thing about this island is they love weed. I was seeing weed stores everywhere, lots of interesting stores. I found another fruit market. This one had a lot better fruit than the one nearby my Airbnb. So that became my go-to spot. And then I continued to walk around and explore the town. And it was so lovely. I love when places are very walkable. That's my favorite way to travel. I don't typically rent cars when I travel. I try to see if I can just walk everywhere, and when needed, I'll rent a bicycle or a scooter in this case. As you can see, I found some more weed dispensaries. They were absolutely everywhere, although I did not partake. But I just found it funny that there was almost one on every single block, and in comparison to Bali, it is highly illegal there, so quite a change to see. Here I am back at my Airbnb, and I wanted to show you guys just how quick of a walk it really was to the beach, which was a huge reason why I rented out this particular spot, because I just wanted to be close to the ocean and have a really chill, laid-back time while I was here. And look at the beautiful islands in the distance. So beautiful and peaceful here, so I enjoyed my time hanging out at the beach and taking in these beautiful Thailand vibes. The next day, I got my scooter rental so that I could make my way to what ended up actually being my favorite place to come visit on a daily basis. That was a bit further from my Airbnb, so it was a little ride over to a different part of the island where I found this healing center and health food cafe called Orion. And it's really cool because you can even come here and stay at their hotel and do a raw food cleanse or a juice cleanse. They have a bunch of different protocols and they really know a thing or two about healthy food. It's all plant-based and they have a separate detox menu that is just for their cleanest options, which is what I always ordered off of. They have some beautiful views and nice co-working space. I really enjoyed spending most of my time here while I was on this island, and it was just such a peaceful vibe. I ended up getting a green juice to start the day, as well as a delicious, nourishing smoothie bowl. It was so good and fresh. After this, I made my way to explore some more beaches. So I rode out on this dirt road, which was quite an adventure on the scooter, over to check out this Zen beach, which was quite nice. The next day, my first stop was Orion Cafe once again to start my day right by the beach. I enjoyed a green juice and a big bowl of fruit and a ginger shot, and I just lounged and chilled in the sun, relaxing and enjoying the peaceful vibes here. This was such a great spot. I highly recommend checking it out. Then later back at the Airbnb, I ate some more fruit. I found some of these cherimoyas and some mangoes to snack on. And then the next day, this was at a different cafe where I had another delicious smoothie bowl and some hot tea. And I made my way to this awesome place for dinner called Pure Vegan Heaven. It was related to the other vegan place that I found at the food court, but this was their main location where they have a beautiful green garden, this beautiful entrance, and it's so cool to find fully vegan places to check out when you're traveling. Just check out how beautiful and lush this place is. I got this turmeric lemonade type of drink that was really refreshing while watching the sunset, and then I enjoyed a smoothie bowl for dinner. I was mostly fruitarian during this trip because it was really hard to find high quality organic vegetables, but luckily with the abundance of fruits you can always make it work on this abundant, fruitful lifestyle. The next day, I went to get a nice massage and spend some time at this spa, where after my massage, I had this private room to myself to enjoy this hot tub. They gave me some fresh fruit and cucumber water. I had this beautiful view of the jungle and my own private little sauna. It was so relaxing and peaceful and the perfect way to end my last day in Koh Phangan. So I decided to treat myself, and it was definitely worth it. And then I had one last meal, one last smoothie bowl at a different cafe I wanted to check out that I saw on my way to the spa. And it was super tasty and a great last meal to end my trip. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I really appreciate all of you who tune in and connect and leave comments, and feel free to subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Just wanted to remind you all about the retreat that I'm hosting this year, September 19th to the 21st in Malibu, California. If that interests you at all, let me know down below. Send me a DM on Instagram. You can also always send me an email, which I will put right here. And I'm sending you all so much love, wishing you a beautiful day, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!